Hello guys, sorry it's been a while. I'm just, been trying to balance out a whole bunch of different things, so that's probably why you haven't seen me upload a lot of new videos as of recently. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about the movie Tenet, which is Christopher Nolan's new film, and it's about time travel and whatnot, and it's the first major, theatrical release to come out in months, like probably half a year, maybe, I think. There's a lot of, anticipation for this movie. I guess this stars John David Washington as the protagonist, and that's literally all he's known as. Like, we never actually know his name, which is really interesting. The movie doesn't really make you think about not knowing his name, but, I mean, at least me anyways. They have to stop this bomb from going off or whatever, but however, there's like this weird time inversion thing where people and certain objects will go in reverse. And I'm not even going to begin to try to tell you how this works, because the movie does explain this around halfway through the movie, but holy shit, this is a lot to process. This isn't like Inception. Okay, Inception is child's play compared to the shit that they try to do in this movie. Like, good God. Like, it's not like as big as Inception and whatnot, but in terms of like a complex plot, like just an enigma of a plot, then Tenet totally obliterates Inception, because I was able to follow it pretty well, but I can understand if you're someone who's not going to be able to follow the plot of this movie, because it is complicated, and don't take that as a
only, intellectuals will understand Tenet.
No, I'm not saying that. Not like the Rick and Morty stands. No, this is a movie that's real. You really gotta put on your thinking caps for this movie, because this movie, good God, again, I can't even describe it. Like, ultimately, it does make sense the way they explain it and the way they're showing it, but holy shit, dude, this is... I can't even, like I said, I can't even begin to describe this. But yeah, let's talk about some of the stuff in this movie. Like, for example, Christopher Nolan's direction. Like, Christopher Nolan's direction is at front and center here. He does shit in this movie that I don't know how that it's even humanly possible to film something like that. Like, there's like scenes where someone is fighting another person, but the other person is fighting in reverse. Like, they're going backwards while the other person is going forwards, like in regular time. I don't know if that was done using CGI or if, it was some really good choreographing. I don't know. It blows my mind what Nolan was able to do with this. It's like, Jesus Christ, maybe, and that's the thing about Christopher Nolan nowadays, unless it's something like Interstellar, where, okay, yeah, that's clearly, or Inception, where, okay, yeah, they're clearly using CGI. Not that it's bad CGI, don't, mistake me on that. The CGI in, those movies is amazing, but you do know that, okay, that has to be CGI. There are certain points in this movie where I don't know how they could have done that with, was it CGI? Was it not CGI? I don't know. Now, apparently, there's a scene, and you saw it in the trailers, where a plane crashes into a building, like a full-on jet. Yeah, that was done practically. But there's other things, like I told you, that whole... whenever there's a fight between a person going in normal motion and then another who's fighting another person who's going in reverse, where I don't know if CGI was done with that or not. There's also other scenes where someone's walking and the entire world is going in reverse. Again, are they using CGI for that? I don't know. It's really weird. But it's really intriguing, even just from a filmmaking standpoint. That is just intriguing as hell. Ludwig Göransson's score is great. It is he kind of does this thing where I don't know if some of the score was done in reverse or if he just designed it that way, but his score is great. Again, just the filmmaking in this movie just baffles me how he was able to do this. Now, one thing that people have criticized this movie over was that there's not a lot of heart. There's not a lot of heart in this movie. And yeah, there's not really a lot of like emotion in this movie. It really is a story-driven film, sort of like Dunkirk or Rogue One, where the characters aren't fleshed out that much. But for me, it doesn't bother me because it's like the movie's trying to put you in the situation, you know, and whatnot. Like giving you enough information about these characters to know who they are somewhat, but leaving it vague to where it's, like I said, it's like putting yourself in the situation, like you're the protagonist. And again, it's really fascinating. And the standout emotionally, I would say, is Elizabeth Debicki. Like, she truly does stand out in this movie, no pun intended. But she's great. Like, she's great in this movie. John David Washington's fantastic. Robert Pattinson was a fun presence. Kenneth Branagh was a great villain. Michael Caine kind of has like a little cameo in this movie, even though his name is on the poster. But again, he's pretty good in this role too. I will definitely try to see this again once it comes out on Blu-ray. Maybe I'm not gonna go out in the theaters again to watch it, but once this hits Blu-ray and whatnot, I'm gonna try to rewatch it, especially with subtitles on, because it's not just, you know, like, oh yeah, I wasn't able to pay attention to the dialogue because of the sound mixing. It's not even really that. It's just I kind of prefer having subtitles on anyway. So, because it just helps me pay attention to the dialogue a lot better. But again, it didn't really bother me in this film, the sound mixing. I think upon rewatching it, a lot of the dialogue will become a little bit more clear anyway. So, yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else I can say about this movie. Oh, yeah. The twists and turns in this movie, or at least, like, it's not even really that spoilerish. It's really not, although I'm not going to say it. But it's like, there's like, you know, there's one part in the movie where it's like, oh wait, we're going here? Oh shit. And again, it's awesome. It's really cool to see how all this goes down. But again, the part of this movie that's just front and center is Christopher Nolan's directing. I am just, again, I keep saying this, I'm in awe of how he keeps doing this. He keeps doing shit in movies that I think would be impossible to film. Like Dunkirk, I don't know how you film a movie like that with barely any CGI. Nolan always finds new ways to wow the audience, and, you know, with his filmmaking and the way he conducts himself. Again, in this movie, aside from maybe a few scenes, which again is not a criticism considering it's done so well, but it's like I could barely tell when he was using CGI. In fact, hell, there was many times where I didn't know if he was using CGI or if it just took some really careful planning and coordinating to do it practically. Again, it's just baffling. But in conclusion, I really love Tenet. Tenet was my most anticipated movie of the year, and it definitely didn't disappoint. Again, I'm going to try to rewatch this again once this comes out on Blu-ray and whatnot. But yeah, I definitely say go watch this movie, especially since this is the first blockbuster within months, like again, nearly half a year. Please be sure to wear your masks, people. Wear your masks, and, you know, practice social distancing, and just be safe and care about the other people around you. Because even if you're not afraid to get coronavirus, there are other people who might be vulnerable to coronavirus, like old people or people who are, you know, who basically are just naturally unhealthy, and like the slightest bit of illness could really hurt them. So again, it's not always about you, it's about caring for those around you. And so, yeah, if you have seen Tenet, what do you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like, share the video so that we can get the channel circulated. Don't forget to support my Patreon on my Patreon page. And also, don't forget to check out the merch ad here in a bit. And if you want to see more, click that subscribe button and see what happens, I guess. Good news, guys! We have merch now! Go to teespring.com/stores/ChristiansReviews to get your nasty little hands on all sorts of items, including my face on a t-shirt, my face on a hoodie, my face on a pillow, my face on a tote bag, my face on a mug, my face on a wall tapestry, my face on a blanket, my face on phone cases, my face on stickers, and many more! Or how about the Hannahcast logo on those items as stated above? Wow! And best of all, they come in so many different colors, including this! What is this color? What is it? I want to know. But wait, there's more! Act now, you can also get my exclusive Make America Cringe Again merch. Surely not a parody of the political climate we have today. Again, that's teespring.com/store/ChristianReviews.
Order now!